What's up, guys? Nick Landry back with another episode of the 10K Challenge. And we just got through the blinds on all the tables, so we just got up and running. Actually, up here, we got a little present right on when we got the button. We got ace queen of clubs, and the flop came out queen jack 3. The guy bet, turn came another 3, and he shoved all in for no reason into like a $9 pot, so we called. He had ace king, and he didn't hit anything on the river. He actually hit his ace, but that made us 2 pair bigger. So here we opened. We did get some people. We got 1 hard draw and an open-ended draw. So, and if the jack comes, it will kind of, king 10, somebody calls with a gut. But we're betting so small here, we'll get called. And if we pick up another heart, it's even a better draw to where we can bet again. And this guy has been sort of aggressive in the 2 times we've been here. And down here, we're just going to do this, but we're just going to flat call. There's no reason to get tricky on him. His little bet priced us in. We're both very deep, so we're definitely going to call. And here he bets half pot, but again, we have an open-ended draw, and there's, I don't think, a reason for us to go away in this hand quite yet. And actually, if he checks here, we're just going to give it up, and he bets half pot. He's probably got a hand like ace queen or something like that, and or king queen, those type of hands. I don't think he's still betting a draw, or he might have hit a set of some sort the way he actually raised on the flop and then bet again half pot, like he's not really scared or anything like that. But with our draw, we're definitely calling on the flop bet, and then we're also going to call when he bets half pot. He's pricing this in for our draw for the next card too. So we're definitely going to call there too. And let's see, we opened and we got a tight guy and another guy. So we're actually going to take it. So we got check 2. We're going to go ahead and take a stab at this pot. This shouldn't hit them too off the time. Of course, if they got a pair of some sort, they're not giving away. And now we hit our jack. And his stack sizing, we're really not going to. I mean, if he has jack 9, he's got jack 9. So, and we got called. And there's no reason for us to fold. We're actually just going to go ahead and put him all in right here. And if he has a speed, he's got his beat. And he did not. So, should be interesting to see. He might have had pocket 10s. Let's see. No, he had a 5-6. So go him. Of course, he's gone very quickly from the table. If you guys seen the update, it was a little late getting out. It was on Friday, and we have broke the $9,000 mark in the 10K challenge. So within the next 3 to 4 weeks, we hope, if we don't have a big downswing anytime soon, that we can wrap this thing up and be done. So just a little bit over a year, but with everything that's happened in the last year and a half, I'll definitely take the time frame that we've actually accomplished this in. And when we got blind versus blind, this is definitely a hand that I'll open up. So this flop is kind of, it's a hard one to play. And because we got bottom pair, it's either we're going to have to make him believe by betting into him. He's playing a lot of hands, but the thing is, he's, from what I've seen just in the 1.5 rotation, he's called a lot of flop bets. So I think we're just going to be burning through money by betting this flop against him. But again, blind versus blind, it's a hand that I'm going to open up against him. Now, a play we could do in the future, let's say we're in the same situation like 1 or 2 more rotations around, is when he makes this little small bet like this, we can go ahead and raise it and see if we can take it down. So, but here we're going to give it up, and that's going to kind of set us up to where we didn't do it this time. The next time he does it, we can definitely, so. And then 2 tight guys. This was, he was short stacked, so I kind of see that bet over here, but And then this guy calling off with eights. If this guy's been playing a short stack, we hadn't been here that long, but if he's been sitting here playing, but apparently he doesn't know what he's doing because he just opened up his blind for $1. And we're definitely, no matter if we had ace queen of hearts or if we had a 3-2, we would raise him right there because he's just begging for us to take that money away. So it was actually a good day today. Got out of the house. We went for a hike up in the mountains. The whole family, 2 girls and the wife. Met up with an old friend of mine from way back when in my childhood and college days. And him and his wife. We went to Grandfather Mountain. If you're around North Carolina and never been there, I'd recommend it. It's a nice place to go up there and just see, especially if you're any Scottish or anything like that in you and you love like Scottish Highland games. They come up there every year too. So if you hadn't been, that'd be a great time to go. It's a very special time to be up there. So I got some crazy short stacker called. So they're just loose with their money tonight. And if you guys hadn't played on Bovada in a while, I've heard from a few people that they've been trying to get some of their old players back. So if you've been registered and had an account at one time, they've been sending out some free little money here and there to some of the old players to get them back, just so they can come and see how things are now versus what they were back in the Bodog days. We're going to look, this player 2 right here is, we're going to start watching him a little bit more. He's been opening the button every time it's folded to him that I can remember. And he's opening for the $3 bet. So it'd be a very good spot for us to be able to 3-bet him very lightly out of the blinds to pick up some of that money. Especially with him making the larger bet size open from the button. And so it's going to be interesting. We actually get to see the hand that he actually was doing that with there. So he had a queen jack offsuit, that's fine, open. Just he needs to work on his sizing there. I mean, you're going to get, a guy who's call. I mean, it calls with a king 7, and here's another hand where we're either fold it or we can try to go ahead and steal this pot down. And this time we're going to again get away from it. And the reason we're doing so is player 4. We've only got to watch him for 3 rotations now, and we don't want to get in a situation where king 10 where he's going to call us life from the blinds with something along those lines. And then we're playing our king 10 in position, but it's, against his range, it's just him not giving up on flop bets. We can burn through some money. But now we've seen him fold once. We can maybe look to squeeze the next time this happens, like he opens cutoff. We can go ahead and 3-bet him from the button. Wow. So player 3, hopefully we got to see that hand for you guys. Just shoved his whole stack like a madman in the middle with nothing but a king high, trying to get this guy off the spot, and the guy called off with 9s. And the only card to beat a 9 was a queen, but the way the hand played out was very weird. Of course, he left. That would be very interesting to be in that same situation later and him shove a whole stack against us. So we just know we can call off with the second pair and probably be good a lot of times, because the other times when he actually had a hand, he didn't do that hard of a betting. He was trying to price people in and get tricky with them. A little bit of a looser opening with their 6-7. Same thing down here. It seems like this is a tighter table, so we're going to start opening a little bit more wide of a range. And here again we have the very loose guy who will call a lot of bets. Now we do have a gut shot, and but with the hard draw, if it was rainbow, I wouldn't mind betting this. But with the hearts, he's going to call more often than we can take down that pot, I believe. So if it was like a 4 of diamonds, 3 of hearts, and the jack of clubs, I wouldn't mind leading there because there's a lot of cards on the turn that I can bet into him too and get him to fold out. Oh, we got us a little boring spot, didn't we? Again, this table down here, if you're seeing, the pot sizes are kind of small, and we do have some new people that came to the table, so we're going to see if they loosen it up. But our goal down here is to open up more pots and start taking down some of these little pots, and that's how we're going to make our money down here, and that's what we've done so far on that table. We haven't really gotten to a big hand. I had to think much past the flop. So new guy sits down in C3, and he seems to play just the way the guy left was. He's betting wrong. And in spots where it doesn't make sense, he's betting a very aggressive. So, of course, the other guy took his money left. And in here, you know, we're out of position, so we will open up and try to get a heads up or take down the blinds. One of the two. The other good thing is the guy just reloaded, so that's a good sign for us. That means, again, we can open up some of our hands. So we got top pair with the second nut flush draw. So this guy hasn't played any hands. This is a hand I'd usually 3-bet with, but I think it's more profitable just to play this hand with all hearts coming. And we're definitely betting up here. And we're going to bet larger, the pot size, because this guy's been calling. And I don't think there's a reason to bet here. If the guy has same hand as us, or has his crush at the moment, or has a heart, he's going to call. So the heart did come. I mean, I don't think betting here was going to really accomplish much for us. And as long as the bet is small here on the river, it is interesting. So the guy is really tight. Let's kind of talk about this hand. So the guy is really tight. So, and he's not been aggressive at all post flop. And when this flop came out and he checked, it's possibility he maybe had the same hand as us, or ace queen of hearts. Not of hearts, but of the queen of hearts. So, you know, here when he bets $9, is he betting it because he wants us to pay him off? Or is he betting it to basically get us not to call him on the river? So it's very weird, but we're just going to get rid of this. I don't think he is going to be betting their $9 pots, is my overall assumption to you guys. I don't think he's betting a $9 and potting the river, trying to get us off the hand. Now, could be wrong, but and again, it's a small pot, so we could look at it both ways. We could pay him off for information, so we know how to play future hands, or we can go ahead and think through the hand like we have and then just get away from it. I really think, just from that player type I've seen, he's not betting pot on the river there enough as a bluffing situation. So let's see. We got hand up here on this table. Looks like we have some fireworks going on, and we had the flush draw come in. And then this guy has now just don't bet into him on the river. So and when he bets half pot, I would assume this guy does have the flush of some sort, and this guy either has 2 pair, or it's gonna be interesting to see if he pays him off, or he might have had the ace of spades when he was calling prior to this. Oh, come on, call him off. See if we are right. and even a king queen type of hand. There's the spade draw, which that was pretty obvious on. And we might even say king jack, king queen. How about that? Very interesting. So, but yeah, the way this guy played his hand, it was totally, you know, once he flat called the flop and then the turn came and then he checked, this guy bet again and he just called. You know, it wasn't a strong one. We kind of knew that. But, and then he half pots into him on the river. You know, it's pretty obvious that is the guy who was on the flush draw, hit it, and now he's just extracting value. And the other guy left, which, you know, when he gets in that situation, you know, you got a straight that came in, you got a set that could beat you, and then you got the flush draw. And he didn't even have the, you know, a spade in his hand when he made that call the first time. So, you know, if he's in that situation, he's just got to be able to fold those type of hands. It's just, unless you just seen this guy just get really out of line somewhere before, you know, then definitely you can try to make the hero call there. And again, we're just going to go ahead and raise up. This guy's tight. He limped in. And this is the loose guy. But there's a lot of flops when he calls, like with this king and stuff. When he's limping, he's either now hit a set or he's on some type of ace club draw or something like that. But we can usually bet here with the king and get him to fold out. I don't think there's really much more. I mean, when he's limping like that and he's playing such a tight range, suited connectors and small pocket pairs are usually what he's doing that with. And maybe like an ace 2, ace 3, ace 4 suited. And then here we're going to definitely, again, this table's a little tighter. And if we get some calls, our hand will play all right. It's not like too bad. And then we also got the position in the hand. And so 9-7's a nut. So we'll kind of see what this guy does. I mean, we remember he's been kind of aggressive. So might see a call. And then if he calls, and as long as the club doesn't come or poo. Our club and the 9 comes. So unfortunately here it's basically a check behind, and very interesting. This guy has played 2 hands. So look at that, he had runner to beat us. So nothing we can do about that. Very interesting. This guy must have like an 8, jack 8, yeah. So, again, the size of the pot and the other guy who's been call, we're definitely going to stay in that pot. Then we set out up here. So, good for Mr. 4 there to hit his runner. So, the 9 came, you know, a 7 or a club, totally done. And then he bets the river. Of course, he's betting the river if he has like ace 10 or anything like that. You know, any type of ace queen. I mean, any ace in his hand, he's going to bet that river. He's not going to think 2 pairs straight or the flush. We just got unfortunate. He 2-paired us on the river. So, and this guy up here in this hand, this guy was brand new and betting like crazy in this pot. So one is he was still in the draw, and then when he bet the river, of course, then the pot sizing, he totally had his priced in on the river to call. Especially when the other guy we know is pretty much calling afterward. He's called everything with second and third pairs before. And then here on our tight table, it's definitely hits their range pretty hard. So, you know, we do have the gut shot 10. But And with our pocket tens here, you know, I expect he opened that he will call. So we're actually going to play some more as a set mining. He's been a tighter guy. And with the queen comes, we can maybe even look to float here, especially when he bets that size into the pot and very quickly. We'll definitely call. And then, of course, we know we're going to hit our 10. So, and I don't think he's going to call much here on the river. So if he has a queen of some sort, then he might. We'll see, but I don't think we were going to get any more money out of him. But we still got to bet, because then if he has any of his draws still in there, or, you know, he has like Jack 9, he's probably still going to call. Maybe even shoot for the gut shot if he has an ace jack type of hand too. But either way, you know, let's say a 4 came out on the next card, we'd probably still make that same bet there as we did before, even though we hit our set. All right, so I think that's where we're going to wrap this episode up of the 10K challenge. So until next time, guys, good luck at the tables.